Hello everyone that's currently watching this, and welcome to Warframe Weekly, where you can get all of your illegal Warframe news. I am your host, Carl Cutler, and I am here today with three of the members of the Clan of the Nine Blades. Baron James, Infernal Crow, and Shove Diano. They both have like a name in front of their other name, which is kind of like a weird coincidence. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into another hotfix, hotfix. I don't know what I'm naming them. I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We're gonna just kind of brush through like we did last time. Hopefully, we'll be able to go by a little bit faster. We're kind of more on like a timed schedule thing. Like we gotta be quick about it. So that is the current situation. So let's go ahead and get through this as fast as we possibly can. So currently what is new is the, this is right this very moment, August 8th, 2017 at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We are, that is what we are currently looking at of the Chains of Horror hotfix 21.0.5. So, the very first thing I feel like we should talk about is, Haro himself. Haro has the ability to harness the power of the void to bolster allies' defenses and amplify their lethality, with Lotus's newest warrior, him being him and himself. Also added was the Duel-wield throw, melee, and secondary weapons. Duel-wield any throwing melee and a single-handed secondary weapon with any warframe to destroy your enemies. Execute unique quick melee combos and charge throws when dual-wielding for added damage. So that's pretty much the gist of like the big thing that was tossed out. I haven't touched anything of the new stuff, so like I'm kind of wanting to keep my enthusiasm until I made this video. But as far as I know, you guys have actually gone through at least a little bit of it. So what are you guys' opinions on this so far?
The quest is creepy as all fuck.
I've only done the Chains of Horror quest. It is a very creepy quest compared to the rest of the ones I've done so far. And the last fight was kind of a bitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it definitely brings like those thriller style jump scares into the game.
Okay, so
I wouldn't really say jump scares. It was just creepier than anything else they've ever done.
Which is saying a lot, because a lot of these characters can look kind of creepy, if you ask me. Yeah, you got the Grenier. And, like, everyone else.
Lad V when he's affected.
Yeah, a lot of just weird-looking stuff in the game. So, like, adding a more dynamic, creepy factor is kind of cool. For finally, for like tossing out for a new frame. Do you think? So have any of you guys played as Haro?
I just got him. I'm about to test him out.
Oh, okay. So, well, there we go. We'll find out at the end of the video how Haro is, apparently. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look at this. Hit the next one. Chains of Haro, the quest line for unlocking Haro has been released, obviously, for PlayStation 4. So that's exciting. Apparently, it's very creepy, and these freaking flies won't fly away. Okay. Earth has been remastered, getting a much more luscious and beautiful look to it. Apparently, I have not had the chance to actually check it out, but I cannot wait, especially considering Warframe Weekly's account is a very low-level account, so hanging out in Earth is probably going to be a lot of what he's going to be doing. And the knell. Ring the death knell. Headshots briefly turn the scoped pistol into a rapid-fire critical damage fiend that uses no ammo. That sounds pretty awesome. And then you have the Scourge. Blast targets with a corrosive plasma projectiles or toss the scepter to inflict. So another throwing stick. Always good to have throwing sticks. We still have Cal Prime access, so that's kind of cool.
All hail Cal Prime.
Nothing new going on there. So we're just going to go ahead and get into the build notes. Let's see. Okay, so the first paragraph is just kind of describing the introduction of the Chains of Horror quest, giving a little like brief. What is this? Please note that the Chains of Horror quest is solo. Not being able to matchmake is intentional. Okay, so apparently people were freaking out about that, or might have been freaking out about that. So that's kind of interesting. Is that like a new thing, or is that
so far it's horror only, and I thought it was a very interesting aspect.
Oh, okay.
Solo this story mission.
Yeah,
suffer by yourself.
Yeah, I remember, grabbing Limbo. I know that wasn't solo at all. So, like, yeah, I guess. Huh? I never thought about that. Okay. Okay,
I
so.
probably would say he's probably the first solo frame to actually collect.
Okay, that's cool. Kind of
maybe your starter.
Kind of encouraging the whole like paying attention to you as an individual player / character and whatnot, so that's kind of neat. Get Haro today by purchasing him from the market, blah blah blah, or by completing the questline, blah 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 blah, Grenier Fortress spy missions, blah blah blah. Okay, so Haro, this describes his abilities and whatnot. He has a passive for over shield cap is doubled. Haro has the highest possible shields period so far, which was mentioned like weeks in advance of Haro even being released. They already knew that this was the direction they wanted to go with him. He has the highest amount of shields, and this passive is definitely going to be the reason why. On top of all the mods that you can just slap on him and whatnot, and then his abilities themselves will probably also be a good indicator of that. So then we have 6X Syndicate weapon mods are back. So the ones that were part of the Ambulus Reborn thing that were there momentarily are back now. I don't know if they're permanently back, so grab them while they're there. Alright, new weapon Scourge now, we talked about that a second ago. New customization Nabe Sindana, which is probably the thing that this... Oh, he's not wearing it. Okay, I know that like Haro was wearing it, or was wearing a Sindana in like the first like reveal of him, so like I can only assume it's probably the same thing. A alternate Haro helmet added, which is always good. The more diversity you can add, the better. Let's see. No, from sound design team. Okay, so they added more ambience into the sound effects of Earth. So apparently a good thing to just, take the time to do. Pop up on Earth, just walk around, and then just listen to the music. Apparently there's a lot of stuff, a lot of work that they put into it, and they're trying to encourage people to get back into it. They're trying to toss out more things to get people back onto Earth to check out the new stuff. I think just don't even worry about that. Just hop on Earth when you're bored, you're not doing anything, you're not in the middle of anything. Hop on there and see what sort of neat little things could be available to you. Let's see. New Grenier enemy, Chem Strike Nox. Have any of you guys fought him yet?
No.
Not too sure.
Okay, so
Maybe not.
let's see. You may encounter Nox in enemy level 15 plus Grenier missions. So, new enemy, Nox. From my understanding, he's got this big dome around his head, and he leaves clouds of deadly toxin wherever he goes. Take caution, destroying the Nox's helmet will release the toxin trapped inside. So, pretty much, you gotta be careful how you kill him, which, this is like the worst enemy to toss out with the new character. Okay, so this character's like really headshot focused. He's always like, he gets better stuff the more headshots he gets. And now there's this new enemy that if you headshot him, he's gonna be more deadly. That's mean. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, so, because I think of the dual-wield throw, melee, and secondary, they have bumped up a lot of the throwing weapons. So that is a cool concept. You're looking at higher crit for the Kestrel, the Glaive, the Serrata, the Orvis, the Halakar, the Glaive Prime, the... Oh, that's it. You're looking at better stats for all of these, and higher rank for mastery to all of these as well because of the better stats. So that is something to take into consideration. Actually, now that I think about it, that sucks because... Oh, okay, mastery rank 1 for the Glaive, because my Excalibur currently uses the Glaive. Last thing I need is to not be able to use it. Okay. Excavation is back, and it's called Defection. I'm not entirely sure what this means, but you can find Haro systems there and new Bane of Corrupted mods. So that's kind of cool. Alright, melee Riven mods are here and added for your pleasure. Your arsenal of melee weapons has awaited the Riven treatment, and I just now realized that I have not made much of a dent into this, so I might need to skip some things. But have a 25% chance to be earned from sorties with melee Riven mods, so that's actually really high, if you ask me. Because with how many different rewards you can get from sorties, and then one of them being 25%, that's just an insanely high percentage. Let's see, multiplayer, okay, so cool, the, little simulator thing that you can get through, what's-his-face? Apparently it's multiplayer now. So, that's cool. More capture rooms, awesome, Grenier Forest, Factory, Industry, and Water Pump, so that's awesome. Add more Captura. Our friend, Tano's newest favorite augment mod for the Exalted Blade for Excalibur Chromatic Blade is out, and it pretty much allows the Exalted Blade to be chroma, and based on its color will give a status chance of 50%, and will be the energy type of whatever color it is. So that is something to look forward to. Mag gets some new stuff. Go Mag. She needs new stuff. She needs to be better. She needs more people to like her. Chroma now has like a pet dragon coat. The effigy can now move around and attack things, dealing 2,000 damage per second to enemies in its path, and roar on arrival, stunning nearby enemies. That is sick. Volt, electric shield. Allies can pick up allies can pick up God dang it, freaking... I'm so used to an an. Allies can pick up electric shield. 100% of damage absorbed will be added to Vault's static discharge. So that sounds awesome. Let's see. More Tenogen stuff.
Picking up the shield drains your energy faster.
Oh, does it? Okay, so that's something to take into consideration. Alright, let's see.
I believe it also forces you to your secondary weapon.
Oh, interesting.
I try not to pick up a shield too often.
The Silva and Aegis Prime Mace now spins while equipped and will increase/decrease when swinging idle. Neato, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so we got quite a bit of stuff yet again. I'm just trying to skim through it. Kubro eggs are now shown in the inventory screen under the miscellaneous tab. So that's, if that helps you out. Let's see. Stupid flies won't stop bothering me. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's...
I'm enjoying Haro's first ability.
Okay, good, good. That's...
It chains enemies, and more enemies chain, your shields increase.
Okay. Okay, that's neat. I hate that...
Unfortunately, someone in his Kubro keep killing them all.
I will say this, I like the monk sound effect that comes with his abilities.
I do hate his helmet, though.
What about the ult helmet? I heard that they...
I hate it less.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see. Exterminate missions changes. Enemy units start easy and get tougher towards the end of the mission as more enemies are killed. That's cool. I like that.
Definitely makes it a game changer.
Enemies will no longer be tracked once the required exterminate count is reached. The tracker will now disappear after a few seconds. That's fair. Let's see. There's just so much stuff. Weapon changes. Primary shotguns, with the exception of the Phage, receive buffs back in Update 17, and now we bring the same attention to secondary shotguns. So, a bunch of Really? Computer? Go shut up. Okay, so a bunch of secondary shotguns now have a stat increase and have a higher mastery rank. So, look forward to all of that. Even the Lex has been increased. Furus has been increased. Yeah, they mentioned that they're revisiting some of the classic Warframe secondary weapons. This is probably mainly because of the throwing weapons. So they're bumping up their secondary weapons, and they're probably bumping up the secondary weapons. Yeah, there's the Act Furious also getting an increase because the solo is being increased. So, Lex Prime, all that really changed, it went from mastery rank 0 to 5. We expect more from you.
With how powerful the Lex Prime is, for how easy a weapon it is to get.
Okay, so some...
understand will that increase the mastery rank requirement.
But still, there are people now pay 500 plat.
Yep. Okay, so, couple of the fixes that they added, they fixed the infested broodmothers. For some reason, she was not being able to melee attack. I don't know. I don't know if I particularly came across that. Never really paid that much attention to it. They also fixed Frost Freeze not doing AoE damage, so that can only be good. Let's see. Fix certain Sedanas with certain frames. Let's see. I'm just still... fix the case where Ash's fatal teleport target may move too far during the casting animation for the finisher to succeed. Okay. Let's see. Fix chat filters. Fix platinum discount timer counting at variable speeds at different frame rates. Ooh, ew, gross. Let's see. So they fixed quite a bit. I'm just kind of scrolling through it. They fixed the assassination room already being destroyed when fighting the Juggernaut Behemoth and Jordan Golem Assassinate. That's probably a really good bug fix. Fix enemies not spawning in Europa on Earth. see if there's anything. I'm really just glancing over for the time sensitiveness of it all. Fix Vault's electric shield blocking his own throwing melee weapons. That would have been awkward. Okay.
Good thing they fixed that before anyone, well, before I tried it, I suppose I should say. I'm pretty sure other people noticed it.
Okay, so Conclave additions, changes and fixes, new Conclave map, so that's always good. Probably it's a compound, large Earth-based map for Annihilations and Team Annihilation. I'll probably be getting into a bit more of Conclave being on this new account, and I never really dabbled that much with Conclave, and I know that a lot of people out there in the internets enjoy a good PvP session, so I will from time to time do some of that for your entertainment. And maybe I will do some of the stuff with these guys if they are so inclined to join me. Let's see.
While we're on Koba, checking out the aesthetics. It's actually really good.
I like how his first ability actually changed. It actually has chains that hold the enemies down.
That's cool. Okay, so they increase the damage and decrease the range of Necros' Soul Punch in Conclave.
Well, it didn't do much damage to begin with. It just knocked him down.
Yeah, they increase the damage for what it's worth.
Oh.
They decrease the range.
I would have preferred the range and less, or it kept kept it the way it was. Necros is kind of squishy, so that was kind of like his only advantage in Conclave, especially because you can't summon the souls of the dead.
No, you just wanted to use it to annoy me in the melee room.
I don't use Necros too much to fight anymore.
They fix Hydroid's tentacles from melee slams and tentacle swarm, hitting multiple times in a single frame in Conclave. Let's see.
Sounds like it would have been overpowered, so yeah. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like it would have been gross, because like that's something that could do damage like from one person's perspective, but not like do anything from another's. So like that's something that could be definitely misused. Okay, so they reduce the mag size and increase the damage of the Oxtaletto Prime in Conclave. So that's actually probably good. Oxtaletto did have a lot of mag size, so like the more damage is better, I suppose. So they fixed a couple of things with the Conclave. I don't know too much about what would need to be fixed. Let's see, what are we at on time? Okay, so we'll probably go ahead and wrap things up. So, based on what you guys heard here today, is there anything that really stood out to you guys that you're excited to start messing with?
Oh, I definitely can't wait to get Haro. I actually have a build name picked out for it.
Oh, yeah?
Rasputin.
Good for you.
Sorry, I was taking a drink. So that's pretty cool. What about you, Crow? Anything that you're
honestly
excited about?
Can't say anything stuck with me.
No. It looks like the tweaks are definitely they've put a lot of work into the game, and I do gotta say that every time so far this is the second time I've sat down, actually this is the third time I've sat down and read them, but this is the second time I've recorded, and I definitely see the changes that they're going out of their way and putting into their game, and it is amazing on what they're doing for a free-to-play game, so I do gotta give them props for that. Just wish they stopped toying me when it comes to cosmetics and whatnot. What
so
is
you want to capture some footage of Haro in action for your video?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely do a couple of runs with everybody. maybe just one person being Haro and see how he does with how he does it in addition to the party and whatnot. We'll definitely try all different types of things. But I did want to save something for the end of the video. Let's see, I want to make sure that I've talked about everything that I want to talk about. Okay, so we got all these, not really anything covered, but we talked about a couple of these things. Nothing really going on there that's new. Excuse me, sorry about that. Okay, so I did want to go ahead and mention I've been dabbling online and I've been learning about a couple of things. So, pardon me if I completely butcher this name. Let me try to type it in. Okay, so I went ahead and I just kind of was, you know, I was online, I was on my computer, doing as I do, and then all of a sudden I noticed a couple of things, some really cool things that came out. Actually, it was one major thing that stuck out. The plains of Idola, hopefully I didn't butcher that name, the open world concept for Warframe, and the implication or the application of like creating your own weapons and all the goodies that can probably come from this. I'm hoping for maybe player housing, no longer just guild housing, like actual, like you have a hut or something, I don't know, that you just like run into as like a kid or something, I don't know. But Plains of Idola, I heard that it's being released. It should be out probably for PC probably a good month before we get it. This September.
Cool.
So, like, next month. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
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 This is month 8.
So, like, I forgot what month that was in. So yeah, so like next month it should be released, and then hopefully we might be able to see it for us, maybe Halloween-ish, which would be pretty cool to actually manage to get it and play some of the awesome content this year. So I'm super excited about that. And I would like to get back to playing, but like I have this pathological need to always be recording, so it's been slowing myself from actually playing. Any final thoughts before I close this out?
Atlas Prime.
Atlas
Gal Prime.
Gal Prime. Now I need a Prime.
Scarf Prime.
Scarf Prime. I don't know. Like, at first I was like, yeah, I'm like, freaking Limbo's awesome, Limbo Prime, but like, I don't really need a Prime Limbo. Kind of content with Limbo as he is, but I was content with Limbo back when I was messing with him, like, before the rework, so like, and he's like so much better now, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping, like, for me, I want more Warframes, obviously, and I want to finally break from gender lock. I'm probably going to mention this in each of my videos. I want less gender lock. Like, I can't. You've given me the option of having, like, I'm playing a kid, and like, he's in the Warframe, and the Warframe's a girl. That's like if you're watching Power Rangers and you're watching the Pink Ranger kick ass, and then all of a sudden you have Jason David Frank pop out of the suit. It's just weird. but he's like a little boy, so like Jason David Frank Jr., you know, like, I don't know. It's just,
Wait,
it's just...
Does the suit still have the boobs on it, though?
Yes! That would be what it would be, because that's like... If I could... The thing of it is, I'm not even asking for, like, the option to always choose. To where, like, okay, you're... Or when you set up the character for your operator that determines the gender, I'm not asking for going off all bigness like that. All I'm asking for is give me an alternate gender skin for the Warframe. That is all that's needed. It could have the one look and just be the alternate gender skin, and I think I'd be content. That would be enough for me, because like then I'd probably end up playing all the Warframes. I mean, I probably still will for the sake of this channel, but I'd be happy doing it. And isn't that
like
what
Rhino would look so awkward?
Huh?
I feel like Rhino would look awkward.
I feel like Rhino would remind me of She-Hulk. Or Deborah. Or not Deborah, Mrs. Doubtfire? I don't know. All I'm saying, it could be done. And it could be done good. And I think like this would solve a lot of other problems that people are having. Like people are having like I'll probably make another video to talk about this, but people are having like issues with other players that main Warframes. Now, for those of you that don't know what this entails, this means that they play one particular Warframe and that is it. They will not switch under any circumstance. They will just play the one that is their main, that is the one they play. This is understandable. People have favorites and people don't want to change. I get that. But, like, I think one of the reasons why people might not want to change, one of the reasons why I don't want to change through some of the Warframes, is because of the gender lock. I don't want to be a little boy inside of a grown-ass woman, or vice versa. I just want, like, this is, like, actually affecting my nostalgia in a way. I keep going back to Power Rangers, and, like, you're traumatizing me. Actually, that would have been, like, a pretty cool concept for Power Rangers, to where, like, all of the, like, main characters weren't teenagers. They were actually, like, middle schoolers, or something.
You mean like the Blue Ranger and Turbo?
Yes, just the entire team.
Super Sentai's Tokyuger, they were all kids, but bullshit made them young adults, and then the next series had them appear in their child forms, and then they morphed and stayed their child forms.
Okay, that's just weird. But yeah, I mean, like similar to Billy Batson with the whole Shazam thing, to where they become a superhero because, you know, of childlike wonder and the power of a child's heart and all that crap. Like that's yeah, that's how I feel when it comes to Warframe, especially after, what was it, Second Dream or War Within, and I'm probably spoiling stuff, so I'll make sure to put a spoiler thing at the beginning. But at this point, I feel like the game already spoils itself, because like you can run with people that have access to releasing their operators. So I don't really think I have... I don't really think I can spoil anything at this point. I feel like the game does it enough for me. So, these were our closing notes, me going on a rant about gender lock. And I'll probably keep doing it. And this was the Hotspot Hotfix, Hotspot Hotness of 21.0.5, I think. So, if you want to read more about it, obviously you could just go to the, just hit R1 on the freaking thingamabobbit, and you can you can go ahead and read more about the hotfix. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video giving you a quick summary about what is to be expected of Warframe right now with its current update. So I hope you again enjoy. I hope you want to watch some more of our content. If you do, go ahead, subscribe, hit that notification thing so that way you can actually get notified when we upload stuff. Check out Facebook and Twitter. I will try to keep up with that. It's a pain, but I'll get a hold of it eventually. Maybe, yeah. It'll happen, I'm sure. And go ahead and like if you guys liked it. Go ahead and dislike if you guys dislike it. Go ahead and like if you guys disliked it. Go ahead and dislike if you guys liked it. Do whatever feels right by you. And yeah, that's current episode Warframe Weekly. Remember, ninjas watch for free. Yeah, I have a slogan now. Yeah. No. All right, I'm gonna just turn it off.